Hello, and welcome to episode 4 of Getting Out of Your Own Way Self-Sabotage miniseries. Today's topic is tips on how to stop self-sabotage. The past few videos we discussed how self-sabotage is not a character flaw, but simply a behavior that are usually arising from fear-based negative beliefs. If you haven't already, I encourage you to watch all the previous videos of the miniseries along with the exercises to get the full spectrum of this topic. Before we go any further, I want to note that I'm not a certified professional of any kind. I'm simply relaying on information that I thought was helpful for my growth and thought maybe someone else could get use of it too. These Purple Poise Hearts Club resource videos are not meant to replace therapy, and you can find some helplines on our website at www.purplepoise.com. Let's get back to the episode. Today it seems appropriate to cover tips on how to stop self-sabotage in regarding romantic relationships with friends or family, career, and education. These subtle behaviors are normally under the radar because at the time of these circumstances, you genuinely don't believe that these behaviors are triggered by a hurt ego. Now, the biggest tip I would rank at the top is self-awareness. That's right. Being self-aware of the actions that don't line up with your aspirations and true desires, being aware of the pinnacle choices / thought patterns that try to hinder you in your pursuit of self-actualization. I would recommend self-reflection to enhance self-awareness by journaling. And this includes identifying what it is that you want and becoming best friends with your thinking patterns. Are you living in a healthy and nurturing headspace? And if not, well, how are you supposed to make healthy and authentic life decisions if you aren't? And over time, you'll increase insight about yourself, which allows you to become more intentional about where you need to make changes in your life. Tip number 2, learn what sets you off. So when you do notice these negative behaviors / patterns coming to surface, truly ask yourself if this hurt ego is helping you or not. And where are these triggers even coming from? By being mindful of self-reflecting about your motives and actions, it can give you a moment to step back, giving you a chance to look before you leap and truly decide if your actions will be moving you forward or holding you back and creating a situation that could entirely be avoided for the greatest good of your best life. Tip number 3, get comfortable with failure and rejection. There's a quote I read somewhere that said, "What I know of fear is that it has cost me far more than bravery ever has." And considering self-sabotage as a fear-based trigger from the wounded ego, I thought this was good for the mini-series. In life, you will fail. People won't like you, but that's life. And if being the most authentic self costs you to forfeit a false sense of security, I think that's a big discussion that is worth having with yourself. And always remember that rejection is redirection. Tip number 4, be best friends with yourself and find out what cheers you up. Put everything down to nurture this little you inside. These negative emotions are trying to express something to you, whether it's a lack of boundaries that you need to instill, or if it's rest that you need so you can recharge. Maybe all you need is a beach walk with your favorite latte as you check in with your emotional needs. I truly believe becoming your best friend and making a commitment to be 100% there for yourself instead of having these discouraging, negative conversations in your head is much more ideal. By journaling, you can find out what it is your hurt, fear, negative emotions are asking from you. And this includes jealousy, hatred, sadness, and bad talking yourself. Nothing is accidentally there in your life. There is purpose to all that goes on inside your head and to all the actions that you make, good or bad. And please, accept that making mistakes is part of the human experience. Learn forgiveness because you will be using it a lot throughout your lifetime. Tip number 5, set meaningful goals and pair them with an action plan. Consider your goals and values. What do you want more in your life? Truly ask yourself this. Write them down and take the realistic baby steps to get there. Without judgment of your experience level or your sense of time, just start and watch how step by step your life transforms. Tip number 6, make small changes. Being consistent with the small actions and decisions in your daily life is key. Eventually, replacing one thought or behavior every single day will become a habit in the long run. Tip number 7, getting to know yourself inside and out. This is so important to leading a life that you choose. Because if you don't know yourself, someone else will decide for you. And too often, that's how people wake up in a life that they don't even recognize anymore. This is the deepest form of self-love that you can give to yourself, to understand yourself inside and out, which will allow yourself to effortlessly step into your power and make hard or nurturing decisions that will come from a mindful place. Tip number 8, working with a therapist/support groups. Getting extra help that can gently guide you into a deeper level of self-understanding can be the ultimate shortcut into uncovering your want/need/the patterns you face. I have most definitely reached out to both and have uncovered stuff about myself that I could not do alone, and am extremely glad I did so. For this week's homework, I want you to look up on Google questions to get to know myself, and I want you to pick at least 10 questions that you find online that suits your fancy. It can be whatever your eye is attracted to. By all means, if you want to do more, go for it. There is only positives to gain from grabbing a paper and a pen and carving out an hour to getting to know yourself a bit better. And to continue with our super killer vision board, I want you to add on a few things that you didn't know about yourself, but you are glad you found out during the getting to know yourself exercise. You can represent it on your board as a picture, word, quote, sentence, whatever you want. All right, here's mine. So mine's got triple guitar because it's going to be triple the music. I got some courses on hold that I really want to get back to, and I want to start reading in the morning again, but like actual stuff on my list. And then, not that I don't read, but anyways, I got a microphone just to keep going to open mic nights. And then I got a bunch of notes and stuff. I just want to make a lot of music pretty much and songwrite. Just live a life of music. And then I got this one here as a connection, and as you can see, it's 2 hands because I want good connections with people. That's what I got. It looks much better than last week. Love to all, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram at Purple Poise Hearts Club. And you can find all information/videos on our website at www.purplepoise.com. And if anyone was interested in making a resource video to post on our Healing Community channel, or you think you can help the club in another shape or form, please don't be shy. Any and all help is greatly appreciated. Love to all, and we'll see you next week.